The most useful tool. Oh my goodness, breathing. Taking a minute to breathe, and also iced lattes. Is that a tool, or iced latte is a tool? Because I think that if I didn't have them, I couldn't do anything else. So definitely those. But the most useful tool, notes. Just so many notes and so many photos. I have a million notes in my phone. I always have a notebook with me. I think, I'm constantly seeking feedback from other people and trying to collaborate with everybody that I can. And also just like, again, coming back to that lack of fear. Like, one of the most useful tools I have is not being afraid to reach out. You know what I mean? Even this morning, like, I had a moment where, that the world's a little grim right now and it can get to us all, but like having that tool and of not being afraid of reaching out, I can have a phone call with my mentor and like jump back at it, or reach out to one of my artists and be like, hey, how are you doing today? And just making connections. I think the best tool is really communication and just making connections with people, because that's what propels us forward, keeps us going, and really allows us to grow and learn, especially as creatives. We need to sometimes like brainstorm off each other, or kind of bounce ideas and that sort of thing.
For sure. I mean, where would you say that strength comes from? And what advice would you give to someone who is trying to find that strength?
In terms of like communication and kind of
In
just
terms
like
of
not being
overcoming
afraid,
that fear.
the fear bit. So I think a lot of that honestly comes from my background in psychology. So I started studying psychology around the same time I started studying art. I was a really weird 12-year-old apparently. um, or a really cool one. It depends on how you want to look at it. But I think the lack of fear is just, I mean, I think it's just kind of a perspective that I take to life in general. And it's about really just kind of like taking your guard down, and not taking your guard down in terms of like not reserving yourself, or not protecting yourself, but knowing what you want. And just with art, if you don't remove that level of fear and you don't allow yourself to be passionate and believe in yourself, you're definitely not going to make it, because there's a million other people who want to do the same thing. The difference between you and everyone else is, are you going to ask the question? Are you going to walk up to the person? Are you going to post that thing? Are you going to take that chance? And, it comes in, it doesn't even necessarily always have to be a belief in yourself, because I think sometimes it can be harder to believe in ourselves than our own ideas. But I think if you really believe in your idea and you really believe that you're able to do something that's going to make an impact, that stuff starts to shy away a little more naturally. And I think that when we do become consumed with fear, and I think that's something everyone in the world is struggling with in a lot of different ways right now, it's okay, what do I need to hear that's going to take that negative thought away? Is it going to be self-talk? Do I need someone else to say it to me? One of my greatest inspirations and kind of things of overcoming fear throughout this time has actually been an artist of mine in Italy, who's just had the most positive mindset. And I'm like, if he's not afraid, how can I be afraid? And so I take a lot of my inspiration and lack of fear from the people around me. I owe everything. I owe everything to every artist that's interacted with me, or every piece of art that I've seen in the last while. Like, every time I have one of those moments where someone inspires me, it strips it away. And I'm really inspired by music in a lot of ways as well. And there's been particularly in the last few years, like, an individual that's been a massive inspiration to me was Lil Peep. And that's just like the definition of no fear to me, to like come out and create a whole new genre of music and be exactly who you are. And so I definitely draw a lot of inspiration from different types of artwork and different styles of art and different styles of music and creativity. So there's kind of a lot to it. I don't know if I'm not sure if I answered that like as directly as you might have wanted, but it's kind of tough to answer, because a piece of it is outside of myself. And then another piece of it is very much like research and psychology, and also just, I guess, my own independence and genuine passion and belief for what I'm doing.